Give me 1 minute more so I can make sure that we got it. Yesterday, when you shared the video, Claribel, more so I could hear the cookie. I was like, oh, immediately. It was like an instant connection. El coqui. All right, I got that. We are live. Hi, guys. If you're watching us live from YouTube, actually, my husband told me that he's been getting notifications. So I wasn't sure about how YouTube does when you do live streams. But he said, yeah, I'm getting notifications. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I think we're ready to go. Closing this, closing this, closing this, and this. If you and I have never met, by the way, for those of you who might be watching on YouTube, come and say hi. I always love connecting with business owners, entrepreneurs who want to grow their business online. And I love teaching tools and things like that. So let's actually share my screen and make sure that I have the recording on. There you go. On the cloud. Officially, the recording is on. Hello. Well, welcome back. By now, here's what I expect by now. Maybe number one, you have mastered my accent. You now understand what I say and got used to listen to the words that I say the wrong way, I say in the reverse order and all of that. By now, you should be really proud of yourself because we are almost done. And if it wasn't for you investing the time and putting the efforts and getting passionate about implementing what we're teaching here, you will not have the results that you have. So what I expect by now is that you can go back to your day one when we talk about the goal setting. And please take a look at what you wrote. And if you didn't write it, I want you to write it. And I want you to go back to what you thought a week ago, okay? And maybe you wanted to gain confidence. So I would really love to quantify how much did you really achieve your goals? And if you put, for example, how much level of confidence you had before this challenge and now on this challenge. And please rate yourself. When it comes to confidence, there's so many elements going on when it comes to putting yourself out there using short videos, right? There's a confidence that you can use your cell phone. There's the confidence around using the platform. There's the confidence around adding all of these things that will make your video looking like you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that you can lose confidence around, and so many reasons why many people can lose confidence around using Reels, that I want you to quantify every single aspect that now you feel that you got this, right? So congratulate yourself for that. Celebrate that, because, you are in the 1%. And like I told you on day one, many people, in fact, if you see the views on the videos, day number one, we had like 70 people like, yeah, let's do this. Day number 9, I'll be surprised if from the 70 people that were with us on day one, I'll be surprised if 30 if 30 are still committed. And I know that life gets in the way, so I'm not putting a judgment on those who were not able to complete the challenge. I understand that. But those of you who have been implementing every step, you have put a lot of passion, a lot of intention, a lot of energy. And if there's something that I can tell you, is that is the only way that you can reach your goals. The way you do one thing is the way that you do everything. That's a leadership thing. That's not me being bossy. That's not me putting a judgment. Again, I get it. I get that, life comes in the way, but this is one of the things that when you put intention, and that intention is in relationship with what you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it, you get it done. Now, there's a group of people that they might have seen the information and they're like, you know what? Social media is not really for me. I don't really expect to ever get conversions from social media. And I can see why. I can see why. There's so many businesses that they don't really use online marketing with the power that it has, which is why I love doing what I do. And I will say, if you're catching up this video and you feel like you did not take advantage of the 10 days that we are together on this information and absorbing it and giving you the chance to ask any questions to somebody that has been in online marketing for over 10 years, send me questions. Like it's never late. Okay, it's never late. I really hope that everybody can see the power of impacting millions of people with the push of one button. Okay, so yes, recap of your goals, please. Celebrate, let me know what kind of goals did you achieve, and try to quantify them as much as you can, because that's the only way that you know that you can grow, right? What we don't measure, we cannot grow it, right? So really, really important. Connecting with your goals and celebrating what you have done. Now, moving forward, you now have a new alternative to express yourself. You now have a new way of pushing your message out. We learned that with Reels, you can reach people who follow you, but also you can reach people who have never seen you ever for free. You don't have to pay, okay, to tell to Instagram to show your videos. But now, for example, Claribel, I was not following you. Now I follow you, and now your Reels, I see them in another feed, right? So that's how the algorithm works. You're going to be noticing that more people are going to be interacting with you because of the nature of how the algorithm works. And I hope that you see the value in getting organic traffic. That means that you don't have to pay. You know how many people, how many businesses only rely on paid media? A lot of them. They get desperate. They don't understand how to leverage the power of social media, and they just spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I'm just talking about Facebook and Instagram ads. I'm not talking about Google ads. Those are even more expensive. If you want to not have to rely on paid advertising, just do attraction marketing, which is one of the reasons why I love social media so much. What you're doing is you're sharing your message, and you're like planting seeds out there. And whoever is going to feel that your message resonates with them, it's going to feel attracted to you. There's no such thing as you pushing out advertising to people or deals to people, okay? Another way of doing attraction marketing in the online marketing world is when you create content that goes on your website, on your blog, on your website pages. All of that content is searchable, right? When people search for things that are, maybe they're curious about it, or they want to learn more about how to buy or how to hire an expert for that particular service, pay attention to how Google algorithm works as well. And if you get Google to find your information and they get to give you users who are ready to buy from you, on top of using social media for that, you will get the best of both worlds. That's what happened to me. I was in social media marketing, I would say up until about 3 years ago, when I met a content marketer, and she's an expert in SEO and Google marketing. She was the one who said, you're working way too much. If you really put the energy and the effort with Google, you will be able to have like an extended arm that works like magic for attraction marketing. She understood that I'm using social media with attraction marketing strategies. And she said, if you do the same thing for Google, it works like magic. So I'm just planting the seed here for you as well. What we teach is attraction marketing. And this class is just using Reels, but you can use attraction marketing for your Google marketing, in your Google products, in your content marketing. There's a different style, right? The style that I really, really like, it's when I get to be an educator, I get to be somebody that I'm not pushing you out, pushing sales or anything like that. Yes, I will invite you to learn more, but it doesn't really hurt me if you don't. I still love teaching, and I will never stop teaching. I will never stop sharing content, because that also builds my brand authority. So I believe in those principles. And if this is something like sounds like music to your ears, I think you should stick into any marketing strategy that is under the umbrella of attraction marketing. So yes, you have been doing attraction marketing without even knowing that that's what I'm teaching you here. Now, the big question, how many times should I post on Instagram? And I actually created a one page so that we get to cover that today. And I am welcoming any questions that you have. And those of you who are watching the replay, I'm definitely welcoming any questions that you guys have. Okay. So this is not an easy answer. Let's just start in that way. And I get kind of frustrated because I go back and forth, and the platform sometimes does what I want and sometimes it doesn't. And it also has to do with how many times you have gotten reported, how many times you have gotten flagged, how many times you have used the platform the wrong way. And that also impacts how much Instagram is going to give your profile, how much love, pretty much, right? So because of that, I don't like to treat this particular programming using a one size fits all, okay? Because if your account is flagged, my friend, it doesn't matter how many times you post, you will not grow, okay? Instagram, it's actually using the power they have with the algorithm to get your content restrained. And what you do when that happens, I've been guilty of that, and sometimes I know that I could be, restrictive, or I could be, penalized for saying things, and I will go and say it, okay? It's just the nature of things, okay? So what happens when you are being restricted from sharing content, sometimes you get a warning and sometimes you won't. So for example, what I have noticed, every time I had shared information related to the pandemic, COVID-19, the vaccines, or even like if you share political information, which I never had shared political information, but I have shared, the pandemic related information, they put a label under your post, okay? And when they do that, they're not going to tell you, but if you read the instructions, they will restrict how many people can see your content. Your account pretty much goes on timeout. Facebook actually will send warnings. I have a friend who got suspended for a day. My account was completely disabled. So yeah, you get the point, right? Like if your profile is not meeting the standards that they want, you are not going to see growth by posting more, okay? And I always like to clarify that, because doing more is not necessarily the solution. In fact, what I have found is that my speed, it's always going to be, and please quote me on this, my frequency and my speed, it's always going to be determined by my audience. And how do I know what you guys want? I know it by looking at how many people are looking at my stories, how many people are looking at my post, and how many people are looking at my reels, and that comparing it to the followers I'm gaining. And notice something, you can always know which post is giving you more followers. And when you get to do that, you get to repeat that. In my case, in my experience, in my account, okay, I gain a lot of followers every time I do a paid campaign. So for that reason, I am kind of in the boat that this is kind of a pay to play. Now, when I have done reels that they have gotten viral, I have gained up to 1,000 followers. Does that mean that those followers are targeted to my business? I will not say yes, 100% targeted to my business, but if I'm sticking to attract specific style of users who love specific content that I also love, that they're related with my personality, of course I'm still winning, because it's not 100% about business. You see, like what we're doing, we're sharing our life, we're sharing our business. It's not that you should see social media only if it brings you clients. Okay. So every time I post a lot, sometimes I see that I lose followers. So I question the validity of Instagram gurus. There's actually a video on YouTube that says that, if you want to post to grow, you have to keep posting and posting and posting. I question that, because you're forgetting the experience of those who are following you. And I rather nurture 100 people than having 1,000,000 people that I am not nurturing. So again, I am in the philosophy of attraction marketing and organic and relationship marketing. So I don't settle well when people say this is like a numbers game. If you want to treat your social media like a numbers game, good luck. Good luck. I have built multiple businesses on social media. I have an amazing community here in Austin, and we have paid collaborations, we have paid partnerships. And that didn't happen, my friend, by me treating my social media like a numbers game. So I cannot tell you to do the opposite, okay? You get it? You get the point? So quality over quantity, okay? Quality over quantity. With that being said, what I feel that it's not normal, the word. What I feel it's kind of a balanced approach to your Instagram is actually a schedule I found from one amazing influencer. And she's explaining, like, she got a call from Instagram and they were covering her profile and her growth. And, this schedule seems like something more reasonable, with the warning that you always need to pay attention to what your audience is telling you. And that is what you can see on your insights. Okay. When we're done with this, I can share with you where can you find that information if you need me to clarify that. So please, those of you live, let me know if I'm going to guide you to go to your insights. And if you need more clarification, certainly we can discuss that, right? So the schedule, 3 in-feed posts per week. This includes static posts, carousel posts, if you share the reels to your feed, or if you share your IGTV on your feed. What exactly does this mean? This means that typically on your feed, which also is called your grid, on your regular grid, you usually do long form of content, right? We have heard in the past that the feed can hold, I think it's like 3,000 words, right? So 3,000 characters, I think. So the feed, in fact, can go longer, totally the opposite of the content, the caption that you write under the reel. Just remember that. Never write long captions on the reel. It's just like one thing and then your hashtags. But yes, you're good to go with long form of content inside your grid. Because of that, you want to focus on quality. So 3 long form content posts that you took the time to grade, get the best quote, you get the best story, updating your audience with something really juicy 3 times per week. It's completely doable. And I will say you're stretching yourself because you want to produce nothing but the best. That will include, you have, change of clothes, you're just getting your outfits, you're getting your pictures, and people want to see fresh things, right? This is something that I will say a warning. and I wish I had like a warning side here, because when you batch, meaning that if I told you 3, some of you will say, oh, I have 100. In fact, in my book, let me just show you my book in case you didn't see it. In my book, Your Social Visibility Blueprint, this is a blueprint that can help you guys to grow your brand and monetize it. Chapter 4 has a year of content, and it's predicated on 3 posts per week, okay? So you have 52 weeks, and it's explaining how do you alternate every day that you're going to be posting. How can you alternate between education, engagement, and call to actions? So this is a great tool if you don't have any tool that you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to have like a schedule so I can see how it looks, right? So, but I'm going to say a warning about this, okay? So I'm going to give you a year of content and you're going to get a lot of ideas, but be careful of not falling into being predictable. When you surprise your audience, they'll be like, ooh, what's going on? Always give them a reason to come back. And if you are predictable, they don't need to come back because they know that you're there. They know your content and they know that they can always just get more whenever they want to. Okay. So are you getting me? Are you getting me in what I'm saying? Is this making sense? So 3 feeds, 3 posts, long form per week. It's completely doable. And I would love to show you my grid. So you know, how is it that I have prepared things that you can fill the blank. And it's super, super easy. I'm talking about posts that will go on your feed, right? Not on the reels. Now, 8 to 10 stories per week. Listen, guys, stories. And in our course, I go deeper into the stories, but why do they say 8 to 10 stories per week? It's actually predicated in a couple of assumptions, okay? So I don't want you to be intimidated when you see 8 to 10 stories per week. A story, it's a form of content that it has the beginning, the meat, which is the information, and the end. So every story should be a minute. And that's why it's split in 4 pieces of 15 seconds each, okay? So when they say 8 to 10 stories per week, what your audience wants is to see you for a minute every day. That's not too much. And if you have something that is super awesome, let's say that you're going to go on a fancy dinner, or you're going to go to a place where it's like the beach, or, you have something that is like super popular, something that we call the porn style, food porn, travel porn, baby porn, like if you have something that people love to watch that content, yeah, go all in and show them, right? In my case, this week, my stories have a programming because I'm sharing your stuff too. And actually, it's been really, really funny because I have gained new story viewers that they come just to see you guys. It's amazing. It's hilarious. They're now even meeting you and saying, oh, I see this woman. Oh, I see this guy. And they're like commenting about it. It's so crazy. Because remember, if there's something that everybody has, it's an opinion. So they want to be the judges to your content. This is just really, really, really hilarious. But in a normal programming, if you show yourself like once a day, and maybe you can just do a morning meditation or morning motivation, or just a recap of how your day went, just be natural, whatever is comfortable for you. We're not asking for too much, okay? So, but try to do it on a daily basis. Try to get that as a habit, because what happens is your profile will always have the ring on. And what happens is that you will be on the favorites of your followers. So yeah, that gives you more visibility. Then reels, my friend, 4 to 7 reels per week. Is that a lot? Is that something that you feel like, oh, you don't know how you're going to be making this? I would love to hear. I would say you got from me like 10 ideas, right? And you can choose between acting, dancing, tutorials, sharing your screen, creating, your reels using an editor like Canva. Right there, I mean, it's like 4 ways to create reels. 4 ways. So if you do like one trend, another like a tutorial, and then you do like one reels created with Canva, and the other one is just sharing the screen. That's just 4 styles. 4 styles. And if you pay attention to the message that people want to hear from you, the message should not give you any problem, because I think that what holds people back is that they just think too much about how the video will look like and how many views, and what if doesn't work. I want you to just detach yourself from the results, okay? Detach yourself from the views. I know, of course, we want to have thousands and thousands of views, and it feels really good when you get to see, like, let me tell you, when I got to the 500,000 views in one of the videos, oh my God, I needed to stop the notifications because it was crazy. Like, you start getting, people who like the video, and it was like you play the lottery, right? And like when you go to the casino and then you hear the jackpot, like it was just like that. Like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of likes. They would just come at the same time. Okay. So one day it will happen for you. Okay. When that happens, you're gonna be like, oh my God, oh my God. It's just a really, really cool experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. You'll feel really, really great. And then what you do is that you will notice that people comment, and then you have new friends, because when they comment, you keep just a conversation. So I needed to separate about an hour of my day to check and to catch up with those comments, because they would just go away. And again, because I had to turn the notifications off. So again, it's going to be super awesome. It will happen, but I don't want you to be like discouraged if it doesn't happen in the next week, in the next 2 weeks. It's something that you cannot really control to the 100%. Okay. But for now, I want you to be consistent with the number that you commit into your reels. Okay. What that is going to look like, if you can do 1 a week, that's cool. Okay. But if you can do 4 a week, that will be even cooler, right? How do you do that? I can show you my secret. I can show you my secret. So what I do, let me actually stop sharing. And then so you can see how I do it and what's my secret. Because I think that you need to have systems that can help you to get your life more simplified. So what I do is I'm always getting inspiration, and I'm like always just on my spare time and time that I want to kind of like engage with people. Again, to me, social media is used as a way to build relationships. And those of you who have followed me for a while, I mean, I chat with you. It's not like I delegate my social media. You can feel it's me, for good or for worse. It's me. It's there. It's like, I have hired graphic designers who have done my graphics for me so I can scale. But honestly, right now, I don't even have that. I mean, I want it to be as authentic as possible. Okay. And again, it's because I use relationship marketing strategies, and I just feel more comfortable. Plus, I've been here for more than 10 years, and it's something that, I mean, I can do it quick. But I also have systems, and I think you can use those systems as well. So what I do is I don't overthink my production of my videos, okay? I don't really spend too much time into overanalyzing. And if I see something that I like, I will do it and I put it on draft. And what I do is, to avoid that you see me wearing the same clothes on all of the reels for that week, is I wear different clothes because I film them during different days, okay? But the key to have this particular content ready to post is to go a week ahead. So that's what I try to do, my friend. I try to not bash the content that much, but I try to be a week ahead. For example, this week I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do more, I might end not sharing my videos that I did on TikTok, but I'm kind of like done with my content, batching it for the week. Okay. And that gives me a release because I also write for blogs, for magazines. I have articles, I have interviews. So I'm not going to be, putting a lot of effort into the reels. I don't have to unless I want to. Am I making sense? So try to batch at least with a week ahead of time, and then do it when you feel joy. Okay. Don't do it in a way that you're like, oh my God, I have to post in a video. No. Do it when it feels like joy for you. If you have one idea and if you want to go ahead with that idea, just do it, just do it. And just to let you know, with one of the videos this week, I'm trying with a special cover that I made. This one is actually, it's gonna be fun. Let me see if you can hear it. Let me see. Go find too much, find less. If I too much. So of course I need to work on the letters and everything, but I already have the cover ready for this one. It's gonna be this. If they say you're too much, this is how you answer them. And again, I like testing things, and I encourage you to do the same, to be unpredictable, to surprise your audience, and to mix and match business with personal content. Show them your personalities. People love when you trust them with being yourself. Okay. So any questions around these, any questions about what we have shared so far, please write them on the chat, or if you're watching the replay, please email me. I want to see where you are at, just to make sure that we're not missing anything and that you feel comfortable with this programming. The last part of what you share is IGTV. And for this, there's a trick as well. So IGTV is actually one of the areas where you can actually grow quicker, in terms of like, if all you need to do is just, show up with 3 videos on IGTV. There's many ways to accomplish that goal. Okay. One, you can do live. And if you are taking a story, if you're capturing a story, you can always use the live feature, knowing that if you didn't like it at the end of your live, just delete it. But sometimes, especially when it comes to taking live Q&A, I have kind of like let myself to go and see what happens, right? So if all you need to do is just go on a story and go live and say hello to your friends and share something, you can definitely do it. And a live can also be used, because a live that goes into IGTV needs to be over a minute. It can be hours, but it doesn't have to be hours. Okay. Obviously, it needs to be filmed in a vertical format. However, there's many ways that you can repurpose content, especially if you write articles and if you do YouTube videos and things like that. You can always just take kind of highlights and turn those into a video that is 2 minutes. Okay. So they're great for, like mini commercials. They're great when you want to, share testimonials. They are great also for explaining information that needs more than, a long form content. If you want to, for example, do a Zoom and share your screen, and then you want to give people a little bit of what happened, you can use the IGTV, right? Again, notice how every place has like a content with a purpose. It's not that you're going to be sharing the same stuff using IGTV and the stories and then the feed. And I hope you're getting this. I took there's a module number 5 inside the Instagram marketing course where I talk more about this, because I teach attraction marketing with a funnel style in which when you use content to attract new people and take them into a journey, you have to be mindful of how people want to receive that content. Sometimes I can do the same piece of information, but then I can do it with the IGTV, I can do it via stories, I can do it in a post, I can do it carousel, because I want to be mindful of how people like to consume the information. So when I see like this particular programming that I share with you, again, I feel like this is totally doable, which, by the way, I send you a PDF via email with this plan, okay? It's 3 in the feed, just 1 story a day, 1 minute, okay? One minute a day in stories, 4 to 7 reels. And then in the stories, if you come live, you can use that to create IGTV. If not, then you can plan your IGTV, long video format, 1 a week. It's not really that much. It's not really that much. It's not really that much. And that you can batch. Let's say that on IGTV, you want to put, 2 testimonials and 2 ways of working with you. Maybe give people access to see like a freebie that you have and repeat that every month. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Just don't complicate your life if you don't have to. So let me actually come here and read the chat. I would love a detailed planner for this kind of post for social media. It's very time consuming. Yes. I'm glad that you say that. Actually, let me give it to you right away, where you can just post and then, like use it, copy and paste. Let me give it to you. So hang on, Clary, hang on. 166 captions. There you go. And by the way, this is an ebook format that you can get also in Amazon, but I give this to our students. So when you are in the bootcamp, you're gonna get downloadables like this, which sometimes I don't even say everything that you guys can get with my content, because I just do so much that I think sometimes I overwhelm people. But here we go. So download it, use it, and what this does is that you can, what I told you today about the 3 posts per week, okay? I actually give this to you so you can just do it in a copy and paste like this. And this helps you tremendously. Here, I also have, if you print it, it will be amazing, because then you will have a chance to really plan ahead. What is the hook? What are the hashtags for each post? And that is going to save you a lot of time. And if you have a scheduler, like I use later.com, on Later, you can save hashtags by group. So it's even easier, my friends, okay? I know that I'm turning you into a powerful social media manager here, and I know that you can take it. So yes, use my tools. This book is available on Amazon. I recommend if you can get it, like, in your physical copy, because there's a lot of information that sometimes we miss. But then the detail planner is here. You can use it to, as much as you can, and share with people. I really love sharing this particular, hacks and systems, because I know that it is time consuming. And that's one of the downsides of social media. So I try to save time. I try to be practical, yet approachable, and hanging out with people as much as I can. But, of course, I have all the kids in the world, plus the husband and all the responsibilities. So there's something I do that helps me to, do more. It's because I do things in less time. So yes, I have lots of things like that. I don't see the link. Can you see it now? Oh, Everybody, aquí está. Boom. There you go. You got the link? Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm going to, yes, you're welcome. I'm going to stop the recording and closing, just, letting you know, we have one more day. We have one more day. And I want to see from you, what goals have you accomplished, okay? And being as I would say, use as much numbers as you can, right? Like, I want to see the numbers, like how much level of confidence you had before and how much level of confidence you have today. And of course, you're seeing numbers on the platform. I want to see, if you can share that with me, with the group. That will be amazing, amazing, amazing. I realized I didn't answer one thing that I said is how to lead you to see which content is performing best. Please follow me on these steps. You're going to go on your profile on the hamburger menu, which is top right. You touch there and you should have the menu. You should have the menu where you see, the things that you can do there. And then insights are the number 4. When you go on insights, I want you to tap on top of what it says, content you shared. When you go to the content that you shared, you should see any, reach, and last year as tabs. There's a drop-down menu that many people miss there. So here you can see photos, videos, carousel post. You can see also, instead of reach, you can see different goals. So you can see how many people tap into your phone button, how many posts, or which were the posts that generated most comments, which posts generated more followers, which posts gave you more impressions, more likes, more content interactions, more reach, more saved, and more shared. How many people text the button tabs, how many video views, and how many website tabs. So spend some time seeing the different metrics, and you should be able to get some insights. I have actually one say that goes on my website that is like, data can come from anywhere, but insights can only come from intelligence. So use that part of like, try to be logical and try to understand, like, wait, so are these people, if these people are liking this and they're like reacting like this, then what? Use that into your approach, because these insights has cues for you. Pay attention to those. Pay attention to what is the correlation between the post that you shared that had a lot of shares and the post that you shared that didn't have a lot of shares, but it had a lot of views. So the more you post, the more data you will have. And this is how you keep refining your niche and your message and all of that. Okay. Be patient. Be patient. This is not something that is going to happen overnight. And it's something that we need to be okay with waiting and being, having fun in the process and all of that. So yes. Wanted to clarify that so that you can see like what I mean when I explain, and I tell you that it's not a one size fits all. You always have your insights. So I'll be taking more questions. Tomorrow is going to be our day to wrap up. I am expecting to see more reels today from you guys if you haven't done them. And we'll see you guys